Okay. So, what are we going to be doing today? Oh. Oh, this? Hmm. Oh. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, jeez. Oh, my. Oh, me. Oh, God. Okay. Okay. That's a lot of hate. Okay. We're going to get this checked on right now. Hello everybody, it's Reese the Debunkist, and I am here to go ahead and talk about something that has been going on for a very long time in YouTube, and a lot of toxicity going on about Whitty Whitmore, the tall 8'11" bomb guy. We're gonna be talking about his feats, his abilities, and everything. But first and foremost, I have been an FNF fan since it even came out. I have been a fan of it ever since. Though I haven't really gotten to play the game, but I steadily tried to try it and I sucked at it. But hey, I got better. But anyways, once that Whitty mod came out for the game, it was amazing. I just loved it. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And Whitty became my primary source of entertainment for quite a while. Just like, how Sonic used to be my persona, and I would watch him every now and then. But hey, I am now closely to investigating whatever the heck is going on with these comments that I just shown you, and I am going to go ahead and see if this is cap or not. I'm just going to go ahead and look into Whitty, and I'm just going to explain his feats and abilities, and we will see the outcome. All right, let's get started. For those of you who don't necessarily know Whitty is basically a character off of the FNF mod called versus Friday Night Funkin' versus Whitty. They later on did an update called the Friday Night Funkin' versus Whitty Definitive Edition, which was also even cooler than whatever the first mod was. And it added a new character called Julian, and along with a new background and new remixes, and stuff like that. But anyway, we're not going to talk about how good the mod is, though it is an honor to talk about how good the mod is. But we're not going to get into that. We're going to go into scales and abilities, since this is what this channel is basically about. We're going to be debunking a lot of things, and yes, this and there. So stay tuned for that. And you are free to agree or disagree at the end of the video. It's your choice, but just don't be too toxic with it. I mean, I will respond I will respond if it's a good comment, and I will just, but we're gonna get into this in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Now I'm on the page, and I'm just going to go into the biography, and I'm going to read his story, though most of you probably already know his story, but I'm going to read it anyway, just for better speculation. Alright, let me read this. Whitty was made by a doomsday cult and was incubated in a facility where he developed. He was also constantly being injected with unknown samples of DNA along with growing in a spherical-shaped cage. And he was also given a bomb-like appearance. Whitty was born in a facility alone. He got his name from a name tag, the very first object that he has ever held. Eventually, he learned the English language and was able to read the name Whitmore on the name tag, and decided to go by that name. Shortly after, he shortened Whitmore to Whitty and decided to go by that name instead. Whitty was also rivals with Updike sometime during his life. However, their relations got worse after Updike was specialized by a task force called the Greater Good and was tasked to imprison and destroy creatures like Whitty. Whitty has been on the run ever since being on the run has given Whitty a tremendous amount of stress and anxiety, ever since due to the fact that he is constantly trying not to be caught by Updike's task force. Now, if you guys don't know who Updike is, I'll just put a little picture up for him right here. You can basically see who he is. His song's called Remorse. He's in the second update of Whitty, yada yada yada. Not important right now. But besides that, let's get into the Doomsday Cult. Now, the Doomsday Cult is basically a organization or cult, however you want to call it, doesn't matter, but they're basically a cult that have means to destroy the planet, or they predict in civilization, end of civilization, or end of the world, or end of the universe. They're basically just evil. They're basically devil's hostages, stuff like that. And yeah, they just have no heart at all. They are basically just a cult that, want destruction, or they just, predict destruction, apocalyptic. I don't know how to say that, but you know what I mean. They basically they believe in destruction of humanity and etc. stuff like that, yada yada yada. And yeah, that's basically who they are. And I'm pretty sure that all ties in with Whitty, since he's literally a living bomb with abilities like a destructive freaking creature, things like that you see in movies. But yeah, basically that's who the Doomsday Cult is. I would have put up a definition, but I don't feel like doing that right now. So that's basically who the Doomsday Cult is, and that all ties in with how Whitty is, Whitty, how he was made to be, and things like that. But let's just go ahead and get into the more important things, like his powers and abilities. Okay, so it seems like his canon abilities are inflammation, matter manipulation, and reality warping. Okay, reality warping. That's probably his strongest ability. So, I'm gonna go ahead and look on TV tropes for this character. And before you guys say, oh, TV tropes is so unreliable, why are you using TV tropes? Look, I know it can be, but it needs to be used properly. However, the problem is that most writing is constructed using tropes, whether, either appeal to the author, which appeals to the people who are going to release their stories, or to fans. So, when you use the site improperly, most people would attempt to limit their trope usage, thus making their efforts less appealing. So, me using TV tropes isn't going to change anything. TV tropes is considered reliable. It's just not appealing, But anyway, all that out of the way. Yes, I'm going to go ahead and use TV tropes, and I'm going to see what type of information does it carry about Whitty. If some of it's not true, then I'm not going to use it anymore, but clearly it needs to be reliable for this case. Alright, let's check it out. Apocalypse Maiden. Whitty was originally created to be a doomsday device, with this ability leaking out during the cutscene before Ballistic, where he breaks reality behind him. It also features in the failure animation in the Day-Night songs, where failing causes Whitty to wipe out a whole city block by exploding. So I'm pretty sure this small article is literally proving that Whitty is indeed a doomsday device. And the way it stated that it showed his ability of him being a doomsday device is when he cracked reality. Meaning this could have been his true ability. Well, yeah, this might have been the case, since on the Wikipedia it was said that this was only a Jew of Whitty's abilities. So this article kind of explains a lot. So reality warping might be Whitty's true ability. Also, I would like to point out that reality warping slash bending and breaking reality is literally two different categories. I've been hearing that a lot around YouTube, and no, they're not the same. They're both two different categories. Breaking reality is basically destroying the fabric of time and space with sheer power, or to the point where the universe cannot handle the power anymore. While warping reality is literally manipulating time and space. No destruction needed. So I just wanted to put that out there for those who just don't know and just assumed that was the case. But yeah, Whitty's powers, true powers, are reality warping, as proven in this little article. Now, we aren't done yet. I'll check on some more. Okay, so this is a lot more. So, yeah. Non-human head. Whitty explicitly has a cartoon bomb for a head, complete with a fuse. White, I'm guessing that's supposed to say while it is representative of his temper, Whitty is literally a walking bomb and is fully capable of exploding. True. So the fuse is a representative of his anger, his temper. I'm gonna guess that's what it tried to say. But yeah. Playing with fire, downplayed. During the downplayed. What's so downplaying about? Okay, let me figure it out. During the opening cutscene, Whitty disposes of the Daddy Dearest poster he rips apart by burning both halves into nothing, immediately after dropping them. But he never actually lights anything else on fire after that. Well, obviously, I don't know why they had to put that in there. But yeah, rage breaking point. Whitty reaches this before the third song, shaken violently before crushing his mic like a soda can, tossing it into the ground, and unleashing one hell of a skyward metal scream. Oh my god, I don't know what that is, but like, bro, honestly, I'm gonna have to listen to that. But yeah, okay, final part. Reality Warper. For the third song, Ballistic Whitty gets so mad that his anger splits reality in half, distorting his side with pulsating shapes most likely seen through the eyes of a madman. Oh boy. So this is a lot of information. And with that being said, honestly, I'm kind of done here. I'm honestly kind of done here. And yeah, okay, I'm not done. Okay, so I just read like half of this already. Like, I've read the rest of it, and honestly, I'm just going to sit here and go ahead and give my thoughts on this whole, situation of Whitty being so weak to the point where, everybody just, they just don't see him as powerful. They just see him as like a walking, talking bomb. And honestly, I'm gonna give my honest opinion. No. But you forgot the. No. But you didn't even know. No. But nope. You stop talking. It's obvious. I'm not just gonna sit here and pretend that it's not obvious. It's pretty damn obvious the guy is not wall level. That's like taking, I don't know, a fucking cockroach and just seeing it climb on walls and fucking fucking just fly everywhere. That makes it air or wall level. That's literally what everybody else is interpreting. And I'm not gonna sit here and let my favorite character just go to waste. Literally. Just because this guy has only been seen with a few abilities that aren't even all of his abilities, to the point where he's wall level. I mean, sure, I'm not saying you can't just go ahead and just say that, he's wall level because we haven't seen his full capacity yet. But all I'm saying is, you can't just judge a book by its cover. Obviously, the guy isn't wall level. He's a fucking doomsday device made for civilization of the Earth, and since he's fictional, the universe. Possibly the universe. I'm not saying that it's true or not. I'm not calling him universal, because I won't. I'm just saying he is way more capable than all of you give him credit for. I'm not talking to the people who think, hey, Whitty is this powerful. I agree with you. And, I'm talking to those who just be like, oh, well, you're kind of wrong, and this isn't what it is. I'm not saying you can't have an opinion. You can have an opinion, just keep it to yourself, honestly, because this is the internet, and not a lot of people are going to take the shit you're throwing at them. Either it's wrong, either it's right, doesn't really matter. People are not going to take it, so I suggest you keep your opinion to yourself. But hey, you're free on this channel. You can say whatever the hell you want to say on this channel. I don't condone. I don't condone it at all. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say. But other than that, the guy isn't wall level. The guy can destroy reality with his anger purely alone. And last time I checked, destroying reality has to literally take tons and tons and tons of fucking power to do. Because it's the universe. The universe cannot take as much power as, some characters are giving it, which causes it to be destroyed. Just like how Gogeta and Broly combined their blasts together, and it created a whole destructive fabric through time and space, and it took them to a whole different area. And it's not hard to see, honestly. It's really not hard to see. And just because reality warping is kind of what makes Whitty powerful, not only that, but reality warping is also his ability, and that's supposed to be his true ability. His true ability is manipulating reality and destroying it in a way with his anger. Or maybe he just hasn't learned it yet, since he was purely based on destroying the entire world. Or, like I said, since he's fictional, could be the universe. But, as I said before, the guy... Listen, I know it may seem very heartbreaking or very, very, very infuriating that I won't understand what other people are saying, but I'm just gonna go by my own opinion, okay? And I'm just gonna state what I think is true. Whitty is not wall level, but other than his willpower and his abilities, I'm pretty sure he has probably the strongest durability in the game, due to him literally being a bomb completely made out of his own material, probably shrapnel or coal or whatever it is, but I can tell, due to him exploding and him still surviving his own explosion, that he could potentially just be planetary durability, since his explosion is literally city level, and he can possibly survive bullets being shot at him due to his armor, like I said. And, not anything could just pierce his skin like that. And, his strength... Oh, man. His strength. Have you guys seen his cannon form that Sock.Clip made on her Twitter? Yo, he looks buff. But, no other feats have been shown for his strength other than his, physical body. But if I do have to say so, his skin being literal fucking metallic, along with his strength, I'm pretty sure Whitty could pretty much lift any fucking thing. So I would probably put his strength at planetary level. You guys can comment down below on what you think his strength would be, but nothing over the. You know what? Yeah, you know what? Go ahead. Just express yourself. But yeah. So sorry, but Whitty's not wall level. And even though I am a fan to say this, just know you have watched this entire video specifically with proof. So yeah, that concludes this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it or didn't enjoy it. I mean, honestly, it's your choice. You can dislike the video, it won't matter because you can't see the dislikes. And if you like it, it will matter because it shows how much dedication I deserve. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, if you didn't, you don't have to. You didn't have to. But yeah. Oh yeah, and one more thing before I end off this video. Since I have completely proven that Whitty is not wall level, that leaves the only question here. Who would win, Whitty or Tricky? Figure that out by yourself.